Bras not showing? We good. Hey girl! So today is a long-awaited talking video. I know you guys have been wanting me to tell you guys some stories about my life. I don't know why you care, but you do. So today I'm gonna tell you one story of mine that I like to share with basically any girl that is going through a breakup, because this has taught a sister a lot, okay? In this video, I wanted to give you guys some tips on breakups, and along with that, instead of just giving you guys some breakup tips, I wanted to share with you guys a personal experience of mine that happened in the relationship before Weylie. So I want to share the story with you guys because hopefully it will open your eyes about breakups and just how to get over them. Okay, so let's get started. So before you guys freak out, I just want to let you know that Weylie and I are still together. We didn't break up or anything. The reason why I'm making this video is because I want to share with you guys this story, and I wanted to give you guys some tips on surviving a breakup. Because girl, let me tell you, you will always survive. And if there's one thing you need to take out of this video, just know that you will survive, okay? Everything will pass, everything will get better, it just takes time. So remember that. You don't even have to watch the rest of this video. Well, maybe you should, but if you don't want to watch the rest of this video, just make sure you keep that in your mind, okay? So let me start off with telling you this story about my ex-boyfriend. Can't believe he's still alive, because I got the news that he got shot one day, but he's still alive. But you know what? Good for him. I don't want him dead or anything, but do I? That was a joke. Alright, I don't ever wish death upon anyone. So let's flash it back to about 4 years ago, when I just graduated high school as a senior. I met this guy in like the last month of my senior year. Last month, or 2 months before I graduated high school. We dated for only 3 months, and I know you guys are thinking like, 3 months, girl? What you talking about heartbreak? Okay, because I know some of you are surviving like 10-year breakups, 2-year, 5-year, whatever the time may be. But this to me was the just walked around. Okay, but this to me was one of the worst breakups, so I'm just gonna base it off of this experience. We only dated for 3 months, and before you guys think, well, that's a too short amount of time for you to kind of compare it to like a very serious relationship, but let me just say, time really doesn't tell anything. I mean, you could be together for 5 years, but if you never really truly cared about that person, the breakup probably won't hit you as hard. But if you're with someone for like, let's say a month or something, you probably had like a Titanic part 2 type of love story, and that could possibly hit you way harder than someone that dated someone for like 5 years but never really loved them. You know what I mean? Just a little brief background about this relationship. My parents did not like him. No one in my family did. I was like in this Korean drama, okay? I was like, I will be with this man whether you want me to or not. Whatever, okay? Like, fuck my parents type of shit. And I would just always go to him. I would waste all my gas. And girl, when I was in high school, I didn't have no money. We long distance. We were like 50 miles apart from each other. And I know that's not like too long, but okay, that kind of is, okay? 50 miles. Girl, that is a full tank on a Toyota Corolla, okay? Not really. Anyway, I would drive to him and things like that, and we had like this cute little story about us long distancing. Our families didn't want us to be together, but we still found time and just space for each other and things like that. I genuinely really liked this guy. I wouldn't say that I loved him, but I really did like this guy. Like, I saw a future. Probably should have seen the picture a little clearer when this guy wouldn't even pay for our first date. And our first date, he took me to a McDonald's drive-thru. I know, this is not even scripted, girl. He seriously took me to a McDonald's drive-thru on our first date. And hey, I'm not that kind of girl to really care about things like that, but that should have been a red flag. That should have told me what kind of person he is. And I even had to pay for his what did he get that day? Was it a McDouble? I don't know. But anyway, I had to pay for his meal at McDonald's, okay? And I even had to pay for his gas that day. That should have been a red flag. I should have known. So anyway, fast forward a few months. There was this week where we argued a lot. I don't remember exactly why we even argued, but we did. And that was kind of like the downhill point of the relationship, or what? Man, that is not even a relationship. But that was kind of like the downhill part of the relationship. So he had to drive like 3 hours up to see his parents. So while he was there, he FaceTimed me, or was it Skype back then? He bought me this teddy bear, okay? He bought me this teddy bear, and I was like, oh, he's trying to make it up to me. I know we kind of had a bad week, but he's trying to make it up to me. So I was just like, okay, like whenever he comes back, we will, you know, fix things and we will be good. After that FaceTime call, I didn't hear from him for like a day or two or something like that. And I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. Is he mad at me or something? So I was just, you know, scoping up his stuff on Facebook like any other girl would do. Okay, you know, when your boyfriend doesn't talk to you, you check his social media, and worst case, you just go bust down at his house. He didn't talk to me for like a day or two, and I was stalking his Facebook and I didn't find anything. He didn't really post at all, so I ended up searching up his name in the search bar in Facebook, and I found out that he has another Facebook. Girl, you know where I'm going with this? I go on that Facebook of his, and ooh, girl, this was like the day I will never forget, because now looking back it's hilarious, but when I was in that moment myself, it was seriously like, I don't know, like a wrecking ball just like smacked the shit out of me. I saw this video of him and this girl laying in bed. Okay, it wasn't like no sex tape or anything, but they were laying in bed, smooching on each other. First of all, they had a teddy bear behind them on that girl's bed. Okay, it was this girl, she was cute, okay? It was in her bedroom, clearly, because it was like really girly and things like that. And she had a teddy bear in the back of that video, and that was the exact teddy bear that this homeboy was gonna give a sister, okay? I just broke down, because in that video, they were like listening to this corny song. She was singing to him, he was singing to her, and they were kissing each other on camera, and I can't believe anybody posts this kind of stuff on Facebook. That was like the worst thing that ever happened to me in a breakup. I mean, I've never dated a lot of guys in the past. I've never officially dated, you know what I mean? Like in high school, there were a lot of guys that I talked to. Not a lot, okay? I ain't no hoe, okay? I talked to like 2 or 3 guys that were actually serious, and it just kind of led to nowhere. But this guy was like the first official boo thing. Like he actually asked me out. At that moment, girl, I kid you not, like I thought I was gonna die. I was so heartbroken. My knees just like gave up on me. I fell to the ground, and I was in a Korean drama once again, and I was just crying. Like I was on the floor crying. I was holding my heart because I thought I was gonna die. That pain, like it just hurt so bad to be cheated on. I don't know if you guys have ever been cheated on, but being cheated on hurts, okay? It hurts way more than someone just breaking it up with you. Like, it's that feeling of betrayal, and I don't know, you just feel so lied to. You feel so, like, worthless. Like, you feel like you can't compare to somebody else just because that person decided to leave you for someone else, you know? It makes your self-esteem low. It makes you feel so dumb. Like this whole time you just feel like you've been such a dumbass for believing a person. So being cheated on is seriously the worst way to break up. I didn't even eat for like a few days. I was pretty like torn for about a month. I was just so heartbroken. I would sleep with my parents because I couldn't like be alone. I was a wreck. So I just want to kind of fast forward, okay? Because that was basically the story that I want to tell you guys, okay? This is the story that I kind of like recovered from, and I just thought I would tell you guys that story. I hope it wasn't too pointless. So for all of you girls out there that sometime when you guys look at Weyllie's relationship and you just think, oh my god, you're so lucky, you've always had it so good. Girl, it ain't never been good, okay? I've had my shares of ups and downs, and just like you, girl, I am human. I've been through heartbreaks, okay? Even though this one may seem kind of stupid, like it honestly was. Now that I'm looking back, I just feel like, why? Because, girl, I didn't even tell you. He was a baby daddy, girl. Okay, he had a child at the time when we were dating, and I knew. But girl, see, once again, I was in some kind of Korean drama shit, and I was just like, you know what? It doesn't even matter. I can be your stepmama, okay? I can hold it down for you, okay? I was like that, okay? He was a baby daddy. He had a daughter at the time. I think his daughter was like 2 years old or something. Like, that should have just been a red flag for me to know what kind of person this was. I know that that was kind of a bad story because some of you in your breakup, you've probably been with someone that has just been really amazing to you, and it just somehow ended for whatever reason. So I know my story may not be as amazing as probably another love story you've had with someone, but this is just kind of my tips on how you can get over a breakup, because I feel like every breakup is kind of the same. You know, you're heartbroken, you're torn, you feel like a part of you is missing, you feel like you're lost, you feel like you can't live anymore. So I'm just gonna give you guys some tips on how to survive those feelings. So anyway, give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed that stupid story. I can't believe I shared it right here on the internet, because this is a story that I only tell girlfriends and just like girls that come to me personally about advice. I never would have thought that I'd share this story on the internet because I feel like it's kind of personal, but hey, it's okay. Okay, we are sisters. I tell you guys anything, seriously. First thing, and you're probably already doing it, but it is to cry. Girlfriend, you need to cry it out. I think a lot of people, when they're in a breakup situation, they kind of try to hold everything in because they want to be strong, they don't want to be broken and things like that. But it's like, Truth is, you are broken, girl. You are broken, you are hurt on the inside, so you just need to let it out. Sometimes when you're crying, it makes you reminisce on a lot of things and just kind of think about the good and the bad in a relationship. A breakup is not the end of the world. This is something I always tell people. A breakup is not the end of the world. It may feel like it, but you need to see it as a breakup is a learning experience. It's like that in probably any type of case, like if you get fired or if you, I don't know, got suspended from school or things like that. Just always see everything in your life as a learning experience. It's teaching you something and you will get past it. So go cry, go let it out. Next thing is something that will help you eventually in the future. It may not help you right at the moment, but you might disagree with this because people will always tell you to delete pictures, videos, and all types of memories. But my thing is to keep it. I feel like just like how I said everything is a learning experience, you will eventually learn from it, and you want to look back to these pictures and videos and tell yourself, I survived, I will survive. Keep those pictures, don't delete them, because sometimes when you delete them, you just kind of feel this sense of emptiness and you feel like you regret losing those type of memories. So don't delete it because sometimes it could make you even feel worse. But what you should do is force yourself not to look at it. Know that it's there, so if you really have that moment where you need to look back and just let out another cry or something, you have it. Don't go back looking at it to reminisce. Don't look at it to be like, oh my god, like we were so happy here and things like that, because that will just make you linger on forever and you will never learn to let go. So instead, you should keep those pictures and just put it aside, because one day you will eventually go back to those and you're gonna burn that shit. But if you must look at those pictures, a tip I have for you guys is to look at those pictures and tell yourself, you know what, this is a great lesson learned. We had a lot of good times, we had some bad, and we kind of ended up this way, and I'm gonna be okay. Number 3 is to stay classy. I've seen so many girls, so many friends of mine that completely changed as a person after a breakup. Yes, a breakup is a learning experience, but a breakup is not changing you as a person. A breakup is something that you should see as it's making me grow as a person. I mean, it may not be the best way of growing. It's still an experience where it really tore you down, but then it's something that you're going to overcome. Don't see a breakup as like, oh, I'm gonna be brand new, or like I'm gonna start doing this, I'm gonna start going out, I'm gonna start meeting this type of guy. Like, don't make it change you as a person. Be who you still are. A breakup will hurt you a lot, but don't let it change you. Stay classy, because you know what? When you get over this breakup, you will feel so empowered as a woman because you feel like, you know what, I never lost myself in this. Plus, being classy just makes you feel better as a person too. Like, you don't feel low, you know? You should just keep telling yourself to stay positive, to be the best you can be, because that will help your self-esteem as well. Number 4 is to spend time with people that care about you. And even if you're someone that don't like that type of comfort, like it will probably make you cry even more when you have that type of comfort, trust me, you will want it. Because when I had that breakup, my mom and I, we were good friends, but I felt like I couldn't tell her things like a breakup. You know, that was just kind of personal. But through that time, I talked to my mom a lot, because believe it or not, you're probably gonna be really shocked and surprised by the type of advice another person can give you. Someone that you would have never thought that you can like connect with on that level. It will really open your eyes, okay? So be sure you go to talk to other girls, other guys, get people's perspective, let them comfort you, let them tell you their experiences, because chances are people have gone through this type of experience too. Even if you don't necessarily like what they're saying, at least you're with other people and you're not just kind of locked up by yourself and just suffering it yourself. Number 5 is to journal things. And you guys know I love to journal, and journaling seriously is the best thing ever. So if you're going through a time that's really hard for you, you just need to write it out, okay? If you're someone that doesn't like to talk about your feelings to other people, then journaling is seriously the thing for you. Whether you're writing a letter to him, but like don't send it or anything, but like just write out the all the other feelings you have left for this relationship, all the other energy you have left for this relationship. Write it all down or type it all up and just seal it. Put it away. You will most likely feel relieved. Number 6 is to remind yourself what your goals are in life. I know this has nothing to do with your relationship or your breakup type of thing, but this is something for yourself. In a breakup, a lot of times you would just kind of forget about your studies or your work and things like that. Like, you're just so torn that that's all you have energy to focus on, don't let that happen to you, girl. You just need to focus on your goals, like whatever your goals may be. I remember at the time of the breakup, my goal was that I need to graduate high school. Okay, I need to get through this. So that was kind of my goal. You know, I kept looking forward to it. Every single time I would just feel really torn and heartbroken about the breakup, I would think about, well, girl, you got shit to do. Life is not over. I would just kind of get myself together and remind myself there are goals that still need to be done. You know, there are things that need to be done. You know, just because you're going through something that's really hard doesn't mean that your life ends here. You know, life moves on whether you want it to or not. So remind yourself, what are your goals? You know, are you majoring in something that's really important to you? Whatever it may be, you just have to keep reminding yourself that these are things I want in life and I need to keep hustling for it. And last thing, this is so important and I want you guys to remember this forever and ever, and it's to remember that there are better things ahead of you. I know in the end of a breakup you feel like that was the only guy for you in life, like you feel like that's the only person that could possibly make you happy or make you whole, but just remember that there are so many other great things out there for you, whether it's a relationship or a job opportunity or like a new dog or something like that. There is something out there in this world that will eventually make you happy and whole again. Don't feel like, you know, life is over or that you will never find someone just as great, because really you will. You always find something that's better and more suitable for you. I really recommend this song for you guys. It's by Rascal Flatts. It's called God Bless the Broken Road. The chorus goes, God bless the broken road that led me straight to you. That to me is like a wake-up call on a breakup. You're going to go through a lot of broken roads until you find your happiness or like what's meant for you. So it's okay. Just remember that. Just remember that there are better things out there. There are things that are going to be even greater. They're going to teach you better things in life. They're going to give you the best experiences that you have yet to achieve in life. So just remember that. Just remember that there are better things out there, and don't let a breakup hold you back or like stop you from what you need to like get done in life. Well, that is basically it to this video. It was a little long and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And even if you're not going through a breakup right now, you can pass this along to some of your friends, or if it applies to you in any type of situation in life. A breakup can be anything. It doesn't have to be in a relationship. It could be something like losing someone or, you know, losing a job or things like that. So yeah, hope this video was helpful and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
Okay, we just got on our little boat, and one thing I noticed is this is not meant for people that are like shorter than 5'4", because I'm 5'4".